Yo people, what's up? I fancy a game of chess. So I've slipped a bit. I'm 1522 right now. We're going to play an e4 opening and see what we get. Okay. So I meet the Scandinavian with d4, taking us into the Blackmar Gambit. And away from Scandinavia. That's the point. Opponent is Vadon UA from Ukraine. Okay, so we've gambited a pawn now. And this is the Blackmar Dima Gambit. I think with kind of knight to c3, I think normal Blackmar Gambit would just proceed with the immediate f3, which is kind of the old line. Okay, so let's go von Popiel and see if we can get one of our favourites. It's been out for a lovely walk in the sunshine. You can't believe how gorgeous it is. It's 25th of February. It's meant to be like ridiculously cold out there. So with the von Popiel Gambit, so a bit like with the Spanish, we're threatening the knight, which is the only defender of the pawn, which is itself under attack, right? So that's why black has now played their queen's bishop out to give the pawn a second defender. We're now trying to remove that pawn, but we would recapture, if pawn takes f3, we'd recapture with a queen, and that's actually a fork on the bishop and the now undefended pawn on b7. This is the point of the von Popiel. One of them. William Grave has a lot more lines in this that I admit I haven't studied in major depth. Okay, opponent is having a good think. So now I can take the knight, right? He recaptures, but then surely fe, and I've got tempo on the bishop. Right? Am I wrong? We've messed up pawns around his king. I don't. Is he going to capture the g pawn? Can't see him capturing with the g pawn, but then takes, and this bishop has to retreat. That's got to be good, right? I mean, bishop c4 is also a thought, but that doesn't have to come now. He hasn't got any kind of continuity. He can't. This exactly has to recapture now. Fe. And look, we've got two pawns in the centre, and he's got nothing. Fresh air. Fresh air, that's all he's got. Plus, he's not even up a pawn. So I think round one to white, don't you? Now, bishop c4 looks pretty obvious. Now, admittedly, the f7 pawn is now double defended. h4, h5, it's two moves. This pawn, can he move? So if I do this, Laughing Boy here cannot afford h5. So if I play h4, is that free? Because he then has to play h6 or h5 himself, further damaging the king side. And yeah, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Knight f3 is also a sensible option. My knight can't proceed straight forward and attack f7. What I'd like to do is play some like queen e2 long castles. The issue with queen e2, obviously, it undefends the d pawn. So maybe this is my other option. Knight f3, queen e2, long castles. And that is, after all, the point of the opening. Develop your pieces, control, get your king safe, control the centre. We're doing all those good things. I think that going bishop hunting right now would be a fool's errand. That is what I think about that. Okay, well this queen d3. If you want to trade, trade. Okay, undefends this pawn if I lose that. So this. Yeah, and if you take here, fine, take. I'll go short. I've got a semi-open f-file as well. Admittedly, there's quite a lot of junk on the f-file, but you know, what else can I do? So I think the idea probably here is, okay, so queen d2. I mean, otherwise I lose a pawn, right? Okay, let's say I castle. Takes, 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 I lose a pawn. I don't think it's necessary. Just going to do this. This pawn's defended by the bishop. That's all covered. My default now is going to be castles. I don't need to kick the bishop. The bishop needs no encouragement there. Okay. Is there any reason not to castle? I've got 13.5 minutes. Do it properly. Where that knight's going, I have no idea. Unless he wants to go here and hit the queen. I think... I could actually defuse that by threatening this, although I can't actually take the bishop. Okay, I'm going to have to castle. Going to have to castle. Then the knight comes in, I threaten this. He comes in, threaten... No, he's not going to, because I take it with the bishop, don't I? So opponent's 1562. That is like, you know, I mean, I've been 1650 in Rapid. You've got to believe that you can mix it with people. I think anyone listened to Magnus's interview on Rogan the other day? He said, you know, he thinks the right kind of posture for playing chess is somewhere between confident and, you know, irrationally confident. Do I want to attack this bishop again? It's a shit bishop, isn't it? But I think I do want this bugger out of here. It's pinning my knight. I need that knight mobile. There's nothing I can do. I can't have that bishop sitting there forever. Exactly. Get lost. Right. 2 attackers on h2. We get it. What if everyone dies in the middle of the board? Takes, takes. He's got 4 attackers on the e5 square, right? But the key thing is king e is still there. If I do like rook fe1 or even rook ae1, that's also a thought because, yeah, there's no white pawns here. There he castles, right? Here he can't afford to. Takes, takes, knight takes, bishop takes. And I'm out of... Oh, also though, this opens up that. So if I do this, he could take here and attack my rook. I take with a queen. I don't know. I want to keep this bishop bad. Swinging the knight round removes one defender of e4, but it is still defended by the bishop. So swing the knight round with the idea of c3, build a little pawn chain yo. And then to here, I mean, he might sack his bishop and try and double my pawns. That could be vexing. Queen f2 with the idea of knight there. Queen f2. I mean, it's not. I can't make an argument that the f file is much better than the d file for my queen. Yeah, I don't want him trading the bishop for the knight on g3 though. Another thing that came to mind is king f2 and just try a pawn storm, but I've castled the wrong side for that kind of shenanigans. Takes and takes. He's got an indestructible pawn cube. Oh, I'm a little bit stumped here. Okay, I'm going to play queen f2 then. The idea of, even no, knight can't go there. He can go here. Actually, he can still take twice on g3 and still muck up my pawns. Okay, what does this change? Oh right, yeah, the knight can't go. The knight can't abandon its post because of this. What about g3? g3 he pushes. I take his pawn. Rook takes knight, queen takes rook. What's changed here? I mean, look, principles say opponent's king's still in the centre of the board, middle of the board, right? Centre of the board. This is, no, middle of the board. This is the centre, right? This is the middle. Makes sense. We could just give up our central pawns in order to smash open the centre. He's got 2 bishops though, and currently this one's poor, and I want to keep it poor. So I think it may be g3. g3, if he pushes, knight covers. He's not using very much time, this fella. Interesting. Why, sir, interesting. Rook a e1 and smash open the doors. Takes, takes. Let's say knight takes, takes, takes. Pinned. Well, it's not doing anything else, is it, that rook? This bishop, that's the kind of bishop we call a pawn in chess. Okay. Right, so he goes long, the boy. And that changes everything. He can't take, because he allows my knight in. And if queen takes here, it's the end of the game. d5, he pushes. I'm doing it. Right now the focus is obviously the c-file. He's got a king and queen on it. I think I'm relatively safe here, and I'm happy with this. My knight could even go there and try and jam up the works there. But he has got 4 pawns on 3 files here that he can start throwing at me. The hey? I'm having that. I'm not even thinking twice. I've got this now, haven't I? Here and this, queen has to go there because the rook will be attacking the bishop, which is otherwise undefended. The bishop's defended only by the queen. I also have this, hitting said queen. I mean, this has to be a good move, doesn't it? I'm blocking my own queen, but my queen's biting on granite there, so this I like. So it's no, no, no. Are you going to go there? Or, is he thinking about this, the cheeky bugger? Because I've actually got no defense against that. Right. Okay, it's either move the king or move the queen. Like I attack his queen, he does this. Simply counterattacks. So I think we're going to move the king. Very, tempting to get overexcited in positions like that. Oh, also, knight here, by the way, knight here is a fork. And he can't allow me to play knight takes a7, that's a royal fork in itself. So here, surely the bishop's going to drop back. I'm going to ignore whatever he did there. Yes, he's starting to throw his pawns at me. I get it. But this semi-open c-file can't be good. I also had to check there. I didn't even consider that. This knight, does it have prospects here? Going up the works. Blocking these pawns forever. Forever-ish. Okay, do I want your bishop? Do I take there, queen takes? I've got no DSB. I think it's time to attack the queen again. It has to be. Defended by knight. I mean, that would be progress, eh? This is maybe slightly worrying, because I can't be taken back with that pawn. Opening up the rookie rook. But the minors, the kids are having a really good time on the queen side right now. Just got to play with accuracy, haven't we? Wherever the queen goes, she's still going to defend this. At least for now. But she's got to defend the bishop, yeah? As we said, Exhibit A, the queen's the only defender of the bishop. So I colour these in orange sometimes. What is it? Yellow mustard? It's not really... It's an orange. Nice colours, chess.com. I wish Lichess would come up with some nicer colours. They're ghastly colours on Lichess. I'm sensitive to these things. I am particularly attentive to all these things. So here's the point. That's under attack. It's defended only by the queen. Right? How can the queen defend the bishop? Here? b4. Now how can the queen defend the bishop? Here? No good. Gets taken. Right? That's it. Right, now here. Now what? Way ahead of you. Vadon. Way ahead of you. How do you defend the bishop now? Huh? Huh? Queen's under attack. Can't go there because knight takes. Bishop takes. Pawn takes. Knight takes. Knight takes. Pawn takes. That's possible. Pawn takes. That's possible. That's not even possible. You've got choice of two things. Oh, this one protects the bishop. Hang on there. Hold on there. But it walks into a royal fork. Zions. Whoa. 19 moves. Let's review. Like, you know, like you don't build muscle in the gym. This is interesting. I had a conversation with my partner yesterday, which is on my YouTube channel, about a product that we are both selling. Well, she's really selling very well in the gym, out of interest, because when you do exercise, you're hunting, you are running away from a predator, whatever. When you're active like that, your body produces cortisol from the adrenals and whatever. And cortisol is actually catabolic, so it breaks down muscle fibers and collagen and stuff like that in your body. It's not anabolic. So when you're actually in the gym, you're in a catabolic state. So you're actually breaking down your muscles as well as destroying the fibers, right? And you actually gain the muscle. There is a point to this. You gain the muscle on the rest days. You build muscle outside of the gym when you're eating your good food, your meat and your fat, and you're resting, right? So which is why you want to be in that restful state. Okay. And so a bit like chess, you know, you don't really improve that much during the game. It's the analysis where you improve. And he played at 950? And I played at 1400. That's a bit insulting as well, but let's see where these misses and stuff are. Okay. So this is least common. Yeah, knight b d7 is very common. We see that a lot. And I don't need to show you the classic chart. Okay, there we go. Brilliant. Okay, getting rid of the defender, winning the pawn. Happy days. Now, the machine still prefers black. Black's got the two bishops. I prefer white, personally. Okay. That I don't get. Queen g4, why? Best. All right, it says castle, give up the pawn. Right? It's a b pawn. Right? No one cares. That's like a fourth child. Do you know what I mean? And now it doesn't like it. Now it says a3. What? What? Okay, so I get it. You take my queen, I take yours with a fork on king and rook, right? But you go here, and you just take. Oh! Oh, nice tactic. Well, that one's going in the old collection. Yes, of course. It's a double attack. The bishop is undefended. We're attacking the queen and threatening a fork. Nice combo. Like it. Nice one, Centurion. Okay. And here black is still slightly better. h5 it doesn't like. Oh, g3 it doesn't like. Okay, so it wanted me to bust open the centre. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at this line, okay? F, E. Oh. And it's saying trade the bishkis. And now it's saying knight e4. Well, that was beyond my vision in the game, I confess. And look at white now. Look at our little snug as a bug in a rug king with like all his friends and family around him. And this is just mincemeat. And we can jam a knight in there. And black's just having a torrid time of it. That's interesting. Okay. So we didn't do that. We did this because I was scared in the corner. And that's a blunder. What did I miss? E5 again here. I considered it. E5. And it's saying you shouldn't play FE, but I think a human would. Computer's saying bishop E7, right? But let's just see this. Trade. Rook recaptures. Knight G5 coming in. Yeah, it's all variations on a theme, isn't it, really? Because, I mean, what I was saying was I was just going, oh, let's imagine everyone takes. And that's the only kind of railroad thinking route I went down. But anyway, so this is what happens. Doesn't like that. It says I'm a fool. And that's the best move. But white has the edge. And I think black's late castling didn't do him any favours. By the time he wanted a castle, the king side was in ruins. And the queen side was like, you know, the least worst option. It hated this. Oh, I walked straight into that tactic. Phew. Well, that's definitely a mistake, if not a blunder. I'd call that a blunder. That's a 3-pawn difference. Yeah, I just missed it. And he took back with the queen. He should have just moved the knight, used the pawn as a human shield, centralised the knight is what it's saying. And this is that not on now? Can't he do this now? Oh, because I take there with check. What? And after rook takes, now what? Oh, I block with... Did I always have that rook blocking? Let's find out. Okay, it's saying knight b5 here. Right, I was a bit late to the party on that. Okay, that apparently sucked. Now I play knight b5 and you're like, you fool. Because I missed, I picked up on the bishop check. So bishop there first, and that then secures the knight on there, I guess, from the other side. But cuts out these two squares. And that's just a blunder. Because now we just come in like Errol Flynn. And there we go, b4, brilliant. And bang, end of the game. Well, that's what happens. I thought my opponent played well better than 1,000, personally. I think the fish has been very, very rude to give him 950. Because look at this, you know, up until this point, what's this? Move 13, we are neck and neck, duking it out all the way. But hey, sod it, I'll take the win. Happy days. Yeah, and of course we've learned some stuff from the analysis as well, which is the point, and that's how we get stronger, that's how we get better. Hope you enjoyed yourself, thank you for watching, see you later.